Welcome to Module 3 of the ADDIE model of instructional design. I'm Chris Hughes, one of the graduate student instructional designers who collaborated on this open online course. As mentioned in the introduction to this course, the ADDIE model includes steps for analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation of a design project. This portion of the course, Module 3, will cover the development phase of the ADDIE model. The development phase is where the rubber hits the road in an instructional design project. Here is where you actually start work on the plan you laid out in the design phase. There are 4 steps to consider when developing your instructional design project: content development, course development, technical review, and evaluation. You will probably start by building your course materials. Then you will set up the overall structure for the course by setting up the folders for your main modules and the course navigation. Then, assuming you are using an online e-learning platform, you will upload the content into your LMS and construct the assignments and assessments. I will touch on each of these 4 steps in a little more detail. Content development is where you construct the learning materials for your course. You will likely have a range of content in various formats that need to be developed using a variety of tools. Textual content will be developed in a word processing application or text editor, and then perhaps converted to an online-friendly format like PDF. Text content should be long enough to fully cover the topic at hand, but short enough so the ideas don't get lost in clutter. Images and graphics should be designed and built keeping in mind visual consistency and applicability to your learning goals. Technical considerations, such as web-friendly image formats and reasonable file sizes, should be taken into account. Also consider your target audience when choosing visuals to properly support your learning goals. Audio and video content can be the most engaging content in an educational product, but developing multimedia content can be very time-consuming, so be sure to leave yourself plenty of time for this. As with images, keep your target audience and technology in mind when building your multimedia content. Heavy metal may be appropriate intro music for a video series on hardcore weight training, but would likely turn off the senior citizens in a course on competitive shuffleboard. You get the idea. Course development is where you develop the overall navigational structure for your course and build and install all of your content, supporting materials, assignments, and evaluations. If you've done your homework in the analysis and design phases, this part of the development process should be primarily a technical process, pushing the right buttons to get your content online in the most efficient way possible. But never forget that ADDIE is an iterative process, and you may need to alter your previous assumptions based on the limitations of your learning management system. When developing the course, keep usability for your students in mind. Ensure visual consistency across the modules in the course. This means use the same fonts and heading styles on all pages. Use the same color palette and style for images and other visual materials, and maintain consistency of style for multimedia materials. Break up large blocks of content with headers and subheaders. Consistent and logical use of headers within longer blocks of content makes pages easier to read and review, helping ensure your students retain what you are teaching. Even the best laid plans can fail due to technical glitches, so make sure to leave yourself time to conduct a thorough technical review of your online learning materials. Make sure all of your content is in the correct place and displaying properly. Ensure all the links in your online modules work. Make sure you check them all, twice. Ensure all of your images work and all of your multimedia content plays as expected. Having another set of eyes on your material is invaluable for catching glitches that you may have overlooked. So enlist a friend or two to take your course in a beta environment and help you find those broken links and misplaced content. Users who are new to your materials will see things you may have missed. As you will see in the evaluation module of this course, evaluation is a process that permeates every phase of your project. In the development phase, there are a few important things to look out for. Is the user interface consistent and easy to understand? Is the flow of the course obvious and intuitive? Are your instructions clear? Do all of your interface and assignment choices support your learning objectives? Do all of your assessment choices properly measure your learning objectives? Analyze all of your design choices to ensure that every piece of the project is supporting the learning objectives of your target audience. An objective opinion is even more important when evaluating your course content than when doing the technical review. Ask the friends helping you out to provide feedback on the course contents and to answer the same questions you asked yourself. If you get any negative feedback, revisit the assumptions you made in the analysis phase and decide if you need to make any changes to the course. As you work through the steps of building your course and course materials, be sure to frequently review all of the topics you considered in the analysis and design phases of the project to ensure that you are adhering to the goals and limitations spelled out in your plan. Keeping those in mind is the best way to create a consistent and effective learning environment. Now that you've spent all that time building your course and course materials, it's time to roll it out to your target audience. Up next is the implementation phase of the ADDIE model.